Good morning, gamers. It's time for another match, Reno. If you are in EU, guess what? This is your region. And it's also not the morning for you, so that was a really inappropriate greeting. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Europeans. And to everyone else, what's good? What's going on? What's happening? Hello, people, and welcome to the Orion X Big Cup Final. We did one of the cups on this channel. I believe it was cup number 4. And now we're here for the finals. So this is what it's all been coming down to. A pot of prize money, and we're doing it Matcherino style. We are in the quarterfinals right now. We're going to be getting started with that coverage, and we're going to be rolling through all the way through the grand finals when we dole out that prize pool. Let me give you all a link to the bracket so you can see it for yourselves. Let me pin that in chat. Give me just 1 second. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to send it for you guys too. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm still trying to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not sure what you guys can do about it, because if you're here, you've probably already subscribed, but maybe you could, like, tell your friends or something. Okay. Are we ready? Let's start going through this bracket, shall we? Give me just one moment. And here we are. This is where we are right now. We let round 1 play out. That was the octafinals. Quarterfinals are still in progress. Let me just refresh that too to make sure we have the freshest data, because we only have the freshest data here at the Ready Set Twitch stream. Doing things best of 3 style in the quarterfinals, and we'll be moving into the semifinals very soon. Just waiting on Brock versus the Dogs to finish. And we have Madrid and Foot playing, so that should be pretty entertaining. Shame we didn't get that. And what is this? Caso, Heart, AI Baddies, and Big. And it's currently tied with Big in the lead. Maybe I can see if we can catch a little bit of Madrid versus Foot. I mean, it really comes down to whether Madrid finished this, because they did manage to get a win in here. So, Raccoon Vanster, is that a crazy raccoon shout? No, I just like raccoons, actually. They might be a little bit crazy. Suspicious. Yes, what up, YouTube? Wow, you guys have really turned up today. Thank you all for showing up today. At some point, I will get you some music, but for now, it's just going to be my voice. So, let me get us tracking one of these. Madrid versus Foot has just wrapped up. Foot got the win. So we are almost on to our grand finals. We're waiting on draft for Brock versus Dog. So why don't we tune into that? Brock versus Dogs. Hang on, I'm looking for the match being tracked right here. Getting our draft. And it looks like they do have a complete draft. We should be able to get into their game in a second here. Assuming they added me. Let me just double check here. Say that again? Yeah. Crazy. Raccoon. I think I'm starting to like that name. Okay. I see him in lobby. They must actually be in draft. These look like current bans. I can't really tell. They are not in-game, though. I'll just show you what I'm looking at on the draft screen. It looks like a complete draft to me, so I have no idea. Oh, they're in a friendly lobby right now. Why are they in a friendly lobby? That's really random. Okay, maybe we'll get confirmation from admins on what's happening. What's up, Hadbat? What up, Lololoshkov? Thomas does have a crazy watch streak. 30 is nuts. Ironic. Show them your watch streak, bro. It was bugging. What a shame. What a shame. Typos TX. Such a pity. Yeah, no pop. Well, I mean, What do you mean no Pablo today? Oh, your sub ran out. That is a shame. That is a shame. I expect Beplo Studios that foot will win this, yes. Okay, looks like we're in game for these guys. So let's catch them. It is Brock versus the Dogs. Let me make sure I have these teams right. Paolo should be on the enemy side. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be your spectator today. Hello, that's me. Nod 2 times if you're spectating today. Okay, yeah. So let's watch this. Hypercharge for Adriano. What are you going to do with this man? Zero with a mad invincibility. It's a chain stun if Adriano wants it, but he didn't. It was a smart move. He was all iced up. Meanwhile, on the right side, Fael is going to fall. Hypercharge for Destiny. It's going to be massive plays. The dodge versus roughs was exactly what he needed. Good strafes and jukes. Man, the kid has been so troublesome. Now you understand why this is so frequently banned. And look at the bans. Everything here deserves to be in the ban phase. No duplicates, no overlap, no nothing. If there were global bans, I would definitely be putting the kit in there. Gordon could get upset, however. Faello needs to get out of here with his 7 gems. Adriano with a sick defense. We're back to 10 for Brock. What do you have up your sleeves, dogs? See, Destiny should be able to get this last defense. Adriano has his grapple right into the ice, but it's fine as long as he's safe, which he is. It is a number 1 for Brock. Let me hit them with the override. What up, sup? Krelog's good to see ya. As much as you love the foot players and you're really happy for them and their success this year, you hope someone else wins the World Final. What? And why is that? You just sick of watching them win? Zero again with this ice block. You have so much potential with this gadget. I'm so happy that I'm seeing it come back. Does anyone have an explanation for why ice blocks come back in such a huge way? Is it just that Lou is more generally viable these days, and so people are exploring his kit more? Rename themselves Cats, and you could do a rematch of Cats versus Dogs, but see who would be the legendary Dogs and who would be the Ultra Cats. Yo. Legendary Dogs represent. That's right, that's right. I was a dog. I got my title. That was a goofy challenge. Because you're tired of them winning everything. That's funny. I say I want them to win World Finals because that would be crazy if you win everything all year and then you show up to Worlds and, you know, don't make it. Hey, does anyone know how to pin a message on YouTube? Any YouTube mods? 50-50 to get the title? No, truly. You know, does Gordon have ice like that? Gordon's getting ice right now. That's why they call Zero the Iceman. He picks Lou, goes in with an ice block. Well, Destiny's dead on the right. Watching Faello with great interest. Rosa is one of my favorite brawlers in the game. It's a shame that she sucks right now because I really, really enjoy playing her. Okay, Faello just trying to create the buffer zone. Adriano's like, that's fine, actually get some super, but I will not live. Dogs just need one more. Or excuse me. I scored this incorrectly, didn't I? Wait, why is the score not showing for Dogs? Sorry, y'all. My scoreboard's kind of screwed up. I guess I didn't thoroughly test the feature. Okay. Actually, it looks like we are getting data in. Give me just one moment. This isn't automated. Since this is in a manual lobby, I have to override some things. Fail on Brock or Dogs? Fail is on the Dogs. Yeah, I just had a slight issue with my override function. Actually, when I think about it, it's working exactly as intended. I just never use it, so I didn't figure out how to use it yet. Again with the ice block. Is Gordon going to be able to get the takedown this time? No, doesn't look like it. Ray has it locked down, and that's the wall break that he was looking for. Wow, a hypercharge just for that. He really hates that cat. They'll be able to take down Adriano if they like. Great pinch. Gordon on the top left also getting some shots in. Oh, but right into the wall. There's no escaping that. Meanwhile, things are safe and sound on the Dog side. With 10 seconds to go, all that Destiny can do is find someone to jump on. Not going to happen. And I charge for Adriano, his last-ditch effort. Can't even get through Fayello. It is a win for the Dogs. And that will... Oh, okay. So that's what happens. Understood. When you have sides swapped. That should work. That'll work for now. Let's look at our stats from this last set. Do I think NA is better this year than last year? And what do I think are the chances of Tribe or TE making top 4 at Worlds? I think NA is better this year. Yes. I think, you know, of their own admission, the SSG roster of last year was kind of dysfunctional. You had, like, some inter-team issues. You had, you know, like, health problems. Just a lack of alignment on objectives. You also have Elevate, who should have been at Worlds, but, you know, imploded. So the team that had earned their way to top 2 didn't even show up. So, yes, that is what I think. I think that they were not as strong as they were kind of supposed to be. NA. Yeah. NA is not supposed to, as strong as it was supposed to be last year. This year should be stronger. Team Electros are just different. Everyone, the world round, recognizes their talent. But because of that, they're going to have a target on their back. So it's possible that that alone holds them back. Okay, why do I have no stats? I just realized. Oh, right, because this is a manual lobby. I have no stats. This whole time, I didn't even realize. And this is not going to have anything on it for Metrino. Interesting. Yeah. It says 2-0, but no score because I guess it's manually reported by me. Well, I'm learning some things about my own program as it's being pushed to the limits today. Anyway, hopefully this gets scored. 3 divers might not be best for Gem Grab. It was last year. Actually, I remember Hypercharge meta. Remember the meta for Hard Rock Mine was like, okay, we'll pick like Ollie and Kit and like some other crap that just like runs at you. T's the only good at NA team. I disagree with that. Tribe made top 4. It was a nerfed Foot, but they beat Foot last year, and Foot beat everyone else. So Tribe is also a very good team. Yeah, Beplo agrees with me. You don't have to agree with me, but I feel like, you know, it's been tested. Tribe Gaming are a good team. Okay, now where were we, folks? It's time to move on to the semifinals. We'll be getting there in a moment. Just looks like we're waiting on something to be scored manually. Let me show you all the bracket. Oh, right. Gotta like bracket. You take the place of chat. You're more important than them. Thank you. So, we have ABCD versus Dogs once they advance through the bracket. And then Foot versus Big. This is going to be awesome. Whoa. Okay, well. Okay, Plantisa said, would you like to show one semi after the other? But one of the semis started while we were finishing up the quarters. Okay. We will watch Foot versus Big. They're actually in-game right now, so let me pull up their draft for you at least. They do not want to wait. Foot versus Big. Here's their draft. Oh, let me swap those sides for you. Challengers Preds? Oh, I haven't even looked at the placements yet. Are they out? I mean, I already made my guesses at the front runners, right? It's RNTX. Okay, and guess what? We're actually going to swap them again because as soon as we get in game... That's right, foot on the enemy side. It's the last thing you want to see when you load up to a game of Brawl Stars. You're facing the best darn players in the entire game. And they're not in blue, my friends. They are on the red side. And that's Angel Boy on the Mina, too. Guesty on a surge, excuse me. Guesty on a surge should be a menace. I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. I lied. It was more like an hour, but still. We're all waking up today. Let's see what Melly can do on the left side. Guesty just looking for that free ammunition. He's not too eager to get to level 3, funnily enough. I think it's because he knows that then he just becomes a free snack. A bit of cat food. What you doing, Angel Boy? You better be quick on those reactions versus Melly. He keeps on using the first shot to poke. Second and third will do more damage. Here comes the final execute. Angel Boy with the takedown. Guesty airborne with only 37 HP left. Even if they'd gotten that kill, it wouldn't have made a difference. That is set number 1. Headed over to foot. Gonna wait on these scores to come in. Whenever you feel like it, Maturino, just like take your time. Whenever you want to. Okay, well, we'll just come to my camera while I wait for these stats to come in. There we go. And here you go. Looks like for Big, it was actually a decently high kill game, but Foot held on with restraint. They got the kills that mattered, and they played very reserved. You saw it in game number 3. They just hung back, blue star in hand, just barely leading. Excuse me, did they have a blue star? Yeah, I think they did. It almost looked like it was 3-1. Don't test my memory here, folks. I was just watching Angel Boy glide around. Okay, Monkey Dark Shifter, as much as I want in a choppy redemption arc, they are not making it past Zeta. Yeah, choppy has not been so hot in the last several years. Years, by the way, guys. It has been a long time since he was at the top of the game. And he was there alongside Shitampo and Tensai. But also Mameshi. What's Mameshi going to get up to these days? Let's talk about our next draft, folks. We should be getting in momentarily. Wait, I need to test something. Do I have a single player from Foot added? This would be crazy if I get egoed by Foot. I do not have a single player from Foot added. This is a huge issue. I need to ask Angel Boy for an ad. I had Angel Boy added at some point. Maybe when I changed the name to NA Caster, I got removed. Oh, excuse me, everyone. There we go. We're going to swap these because I'm actually going to be spectating Big the entire time. 2 world chips under the bag for a choppy. It's true. But he hasn't even come close in the last several years. It's been LCQ. Destroyed at LCQ. That's a crazy thought, Chari, because I stream every day, by the way. It's showing them as in draft, but now it's saying that they're not in draft. Okay, I'll sit here and wait for them to get in draft. If I had to choose one, which do I think would help NA more? More regional lands during the season or more orgs join in? Lands. Competition. Orgs will follow. More competition means that more people will get involved. We have everything now. What's going on? How do we just get all this information at once? Dude, Maturino's been kind of bugging. I wonder if their API is just overloaded. You just got a Burger King ad where they said they got real Canadians to try their new food. Well, is it true, RC? Did you try it? Unfortunate for a choppy? Is it unfortunate? I don't think so. I think that's your own responsibility. Don't go to Arby's, RC. No, don't do it. Need Vatic? I would like to see Vatic go far. I like their organization. Let's get a pick timer in there. I think I need to up this to 40 seconds, though. I have it at 35, which is slightly off. I have it hard-coded at 35. Which I could, by the way, I could make it so that it adapts according to, the tournament. Because there is API data for which, length of timers the match has, but I couldn't be bothered. Doesn't have enough throughput for Team Big. It's true. They're just so big. They're huge. They're massive. Do I really not have an overridden logo for Foot? I probably have them as Foot Esports or something. It's because they change names all the time. All right. We're getting into game soon. Hard Rock Mine. It is once again a broken brawler left open for Foot, presumably on the first pick. They get that Star Nova. Should be sick nasty. And 8-bit. I like the draft better for Foot personally. They use real Canadian chicken. RC, do you have something to share with us, or what? Hello, Issa. What up, bro? Tater Tot, Rio the Gamer. See, if you're gonna put anyone on the best brawler in the game, it's got to be Guesty. But this seems needlessly aggressive. It would have been better for him just to heal, so he could take a shot from covers. Well done, covers. And Angel Boy's got it locked down on the right side. They've got everyone exactly where they need to be. Guesty on the broken stuff. Angel Boy on a comfort brawler on this aggro and Knob. The Rock. Literally moving at the speed of stone as 8-bit. Even though he's plugged in, I don't care. Guesty getting double teamed once again. He loves pushing into this rear left position. And getting pinched, is it really worth it? Salty's going to get a hyper, and Angel Boy's dead with all the gems. So I suppose the plan was for Knob to recoup those gems. Looks like it's good for now. Salty uses all of his ammunition. This is a green light for Guesty to go in and collect as many as he can. And Foot have actually managed to recover this position. I'm quite surprised. Now Guesty double tapped by Melly's gadget. But it's all right. And on to Salty, he was thinking about it. He just had the range for him in time. He could have gone for it. Angel Boy now looking for the assassination. Gets it. But Melly is firing back. In terms of utility, big or lacking. They do not have the damage to push through this. They're going to give it their best shot. You can't sacrifice mental at this stage of the game, but this one's over unless... Oh, thank God, Guesty. Seemed like a very odd dash there, but yeah, why not? If you know you're going to float up. Still, he was one tap. That was a little sketchy. We can't be praising everything that Guesty does. I mean, it's the easy thing to do, right? You just assume, okay, kid's the best in the game, right? Let's just agree with all of his choices. Looks a little fearsome. Look at this, though. Ooh, really well played by Melly. Wonderful. That is really the struggle of the interaction versus Star Nova, is that if you don't have raw damage to shut her down, you don't have, some kind of CC, then she will float over to you, kill you, and then she'll get her super and do this all game. And Guesty's taking the back right position this game. Big have a real chance of getting a Hard Rock Mine spawn trapped here. It's getting a little bit scary. BB-licious, good to see ya. My opinion on a KDS Vatic Finals? What the? I'm sorry. Did that score just come in for Foot for the last game that happened several minutes ago? Am I not pulling the API? It just came in. Hold up. What is happening? That's so strange. Acadia's Vatic Finals. I have no idea who I think would win. It's very difficult to choose. Will Bobby get his last hurrah? And Vatic denied a proper postseason for the second year in a row, despite being just out of there? I don't know. But Vatic have been really screwed with the number of times they have to face Electros in their bracket. With Tribe being viewed as the more beatable opponent, right? Vatic have been ultra screwed. They won a monthly final. Oh my gosh, Angel Boy, what a recovery. Yeah, get that last one, sure. Use a grapple to get it. But Big should be able to tie here. They have enough time. They just need to keep foot suppressed. This is going to be a close match, friends. Gym number 10 for Big and number 11. Footnote, it's time to push in. A plugged-in turret on the right will help Nob only a little bit. Ooh, and Guesty is at risk of falling. Angel Boy onto Melly, gets one, demeched. Guesty looks for the entry point, but there is none. 11 to 12, Angel Boy's just sending it. There's not enough time for everyone to get back. Well, that's it right there. That's frustrating. Man's getting flamed in the chat for that. We know what the mentality was. Sacrifice yourself there to help up as Foot respawned, but the timing was just not there. Oh, this is true, yeah. If you are malnourished, you don't get an opinion about food. Sorry, y'all. Vatic look much better right now. Oh, they've been improving the entire year. They acquired Ducky. It's a comfortable duo for Bilal. Just wonder who will become their third. There are rumors of his Livy retiring. It just really sounds like he's on the outs. He's just ready to retire this chapter of his life. Mid's a complicated affair. It's Nob versus Salty. And now it's Nob versus Melly and Salty. Melly now playing versus... Wow, look at that. Timing was right, but the angle was not... Needed to be into the wall to double stun Angel Boy, it looks like. Actually, can you get a double stun that way? I bet someone has the answer. 2 for Guesty. Salty wants that defense. Versus Guesty, meanwhile, on the left side, Meg is getting absolutely battered. Well done for Salty. A missed grapple for Angel Boy. It was a great dodge by Salty. Big have really leveled up. No freeze on a Nob for now. Where's Angel Boy? Back left. This is complex. Great use of the mech from Melly. And Big have totally defused this bomb that Foot just planted in their backlines. Wonderful, wonderful responses from Big. Foot put them in a really uncomfortable position, and they just untied that knot. But now the final test. Can you stop the Angel Boy push in? Angel Boy does happen to get that kill alongside Nob, but it's a transfer of the gems. Over to Melly. It's going to be his cross to bear with 10 seconds to go. Guesty has a hyper. Could be a game-changing one, but Big are going to be keeping the distance. 5 seconds to go. Guesty needs to make the difference. Angel Boy in position. This could be it. Needs to reach Melly, but once again, the toolbox is just too strong. Big are going to make this a competitive series. So many excellent plays from these guys. Loved the control that Salty offered. Cover. Just his discipline. And Melly, deep knowledge of the interactions. I remember him holding things down versus Star Nova at the beginning of the game. Really, really well played. Pretty much every mech went exactly where it needed to go. But you can see this is pretty scrappy. Salty did what he needed to do. He stayed alive. For Melly and covers, it was pretty scrappy. That was a full 3 games for the set, by the way. To take a set off a Foot is huge. Salty is check. Someone would know. Yes, the GOAT. Czech. Shout out to Czech people right now for salty and also for kolaches. We have a lot of Czech immigrants in Texas. They're mostly the descendants of Czech immigrants at this point. But you can find kolaches everywhere in Texas, and they are awesome, and they don't really exist too much elsewhere in the U.S. Been liking Melly as a player. Curious to see if DD can hold down the fort for their BSC team. They had a tough last month. Beplo, who is their BSC team? Checkmate. That's true. I wouldn't mind having some checkmates. Hang out with my mates who are Czech and have some Czech food. Okay, I'm checked out at this point. We have another draft for you. Let's start talking about it. Ring of Fire style. A map that really divides the competitive community. I love watching it because it's just so fascinating. I think it really puts players to the ultimate test. There's so much that you can play here, so much that can happen. Which is the next semifinal. So the next semifinal will be ABCD versus Dogs. Looks like, oh, excuse me. Brock and Dogs. Did I get the score wrong? I'm very confused. Okay, never mind. Brock and Dogs are at 1-1. I must have called that wrong. Wow, Surge immediately. It was left open. Academy team called EFGH. It's not ABCD. It's actually pronounced Absidy. What's good, Panda? Good to see you guys in YouTube chat. Reminder for everyone watching, including you Twitch friends, you can go and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's completely free. Subscribing on Twitch, bleh, costs money. Subscribing on YouTube, it's absolutely free. Who is in that roster? In which roster? Okay, well, Matrina is kind of taking a while to give us the data. That is fine. But it's kind of screwing my stuff up. Thank you, Melois. Melois Himothy in GL. Golobands? Couldn't tell you. I will ask Patisa if there are Golobands. What's going on with the draft, man? Is it Maturino bugging out? Follow on Twitch or follow in real life. Okay, Maturino is just giving us like a barrage of data. Is this my program? Okay. It's possible that things are happening because of one issue. Someone in the tournament, the Brawl Stars API is saying that there is no data for their player tag, which is very confusing. That typically happens if someone is banned. Is someone banned in the middle of this tournament? Will I cast EA monthly finals? Tomorrow? No. They announced the casters for this weekend. It's going to be Sunny hosting, Arc, Spoo, and Spen. Oh my gosh, what is happening, man? Wait, they're already in game. This is terrible, bro. It's showing Surge again? Okay. Maturino is bugging so hard right now that it's actually breaking my program. This is the first time this happened in the 2 years that I've been running this, so sorry, folks. Span is casting this weekend, yes. 10-hour monthly finals. Yeah, it lasted 8.5 hours last time. But it was because of the LAN setting. They had a lot of issues in LAN. And the folks... Oh. A worthy ban, honestly. Is it still LAN? Yeah. It's still in person. That's why you see some people flying out. Not to throw anyone under the bus, but... like, the team that's been running Brawl Stars this year... the folks that I work with every month in Copenhagen, it was not them. It was LAN complications with a completely different team in Japan. Just like lots of problems. Yes, thank you for the biddies. Griff Pierce is a toxic comp. You just picked up some of the strongest brawlers in the game, basically. Playing on diffing the Surge. Salty's having so many struggles. You got Surge and Starnova. These people are going to get clowned for taking Starnova and the Surge, and they're not able to win with it. So what's the math here? The Pierce is just too good. Let's watch this a little bit more in depth this time. How about we do that, folks? Okay. Outranged. Yeah? Facing a brawler with infinite ammo, that too. Salty's going to push up really aggro, die on the left side. Not what you want, but they will get a kill. Nob demeched, that's promising, but how do they converge on mid to play the objective? Gosh, Melly's getting diffed on this left side. Does he have the ammunition for it? Fast explosion for Angel Boy. A super for Melly. I feel like he could have had that. And Angel Boy and Nob if he'd supered. He didn't want to risk it. Let's see what he does with it when he comes back. Okay, on to Nob. Great jukes. He'll stay alive. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and guess he's just different. And kills everyone. I feel like this is winnable for Big. It's just they're unsure of how to play this comp. So Covers is going to massacre Nob at mid. Good taps on Angel Boy. One more will shut him down. Meanwhile, Gessie at mid is getting juked. Gessie's about to delete everyone. Oh, I take it back. Hold up. Hold up. Could be a difference maker. This match is back and forth. Big in the lead right now, but it's going to hurt when Foot lay down the hypercharges, which they'll no doubt stagger to get maximum utility out of them. Just knowing that Pierce has a hypercharge might be enough to keep Big off at this point. Let's see, they're waiting for Nob to get demeched, and then Salty's going to take initiative. Well, and that's what happens when you don't wait. Ooh, Covers, however. Covers got a double kill. Pretty sick. Excuse me, Foot seems to be in a winning position at the moment. Hypercharge from Covers can make all the difference. Nope, it's too late. Just do what you can, man. Everyone's keeping their distance. Throwing it on Angel Boy, who was waiting for him to get in just the right range. This one's in the books for Foot, it looks like. Unless Big can pull off an insane recovery. 95 to 95, Angel Boy clearing things out with one last super. Covers is a dead man, and Foot are in the lead. It's game number 1 and 2 stowed away for Foot. Well done, Foot. And while we wait 5 billion years for the scores to come in, we'll just chill here. There we go. It actually didn't take that long. Look at the KD, everyone. Man, that is a rough Surge game. 1 in 10 for Salty. Good individual plays from Big. I think the complication is that they were not certain of how to play this comp. Also, just Pierce. Gessie is going to hit these... Excuse me, he's going to hit these shots. All they have for this sniper is the Byron. Okay? Pretty much everything else... Look, I understand that Star Nova is like a jack of all trades, but her not being locked in as an assassin hurt their ability to do anything about Pierce. Free hit Pierce is what he's referring to. Funny. Hey, will you guys indulge me for a second? I want you guys to just think about this. I want you to look at Surge's profile on the left side. You know, the one that Salty just played. Look at his picture. You see that shadow that he has at the top of his teeth? You see how it's kind of pink? Now, I want you to imagine that those are actually his gums. Yeah. That we're looking at Surge with some big upper teeth. Okay. Now that I've poisoned your ability to look at Surge, we can move on. Triple the damage of the Surge. Yeah. 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 That's how it is sometimes. We have draft for Hard Rock Mine. You'll never look at him the same, Beplos. Can't unsee it now? He looks like he's wearing fake teeth. Yes, and the mecha contained her life support, so she just dies instantly. Big supporter of that. I don't like Meg. Get her out of here. Next. Great idea for a Meg nerf. Might need to find a new favorite caster. Wow. If that's all it takes to make your faith waver, maybe it wasn't your favorite to begin with, Meg. As you can see, she's out of the mech. The nerf has already been applied, everyone. Fantastic news. Again with the 8-bit. Last time they got Star Nova. And Star Nova is wide open if they want it. This literally looks like a replay of the last Hard Rock Mine set that we saw. Wait. Is it just me, or did we already watched them play Hard Rock Mine? Or we already watched Hard Rock Mine with a Meg first and then an 8-bit Star Nova 2-3. I killed Surge. Shouldn't you be applauding me? Do I not deserve massive praise for that? I feel like you guys should love me. Deja vu. Deja vu. I have seen this draft before. Okay, we are taking a long time to get some data. And serious. Is Damien in play? Bolt. Oh, God. Is Damien banned? Are there global bans? There are not global bans. Damien's wide open. This would be quite a Damien game. Like, you might be into a Lu, but it looks like they've set up for the possibility of last picking it. Denying it on the 4-5. Damien and the Bull, actually, I'm not really sold. Yeah, quite a bad Damien game. I just saw the Bull and thought, but no. Yeah, not for the Damien, man. Damien is bad now. Did they change something about him recently? Because Damien's still pretty good. Okay, let's see whether the game starts or we get the last pick first. Maturino, hurry up, dude. Okay, draft has been so insanely delayed. What a shame. Why not Brock on arcade? You mean on... Are you French by any chance? The Bolt is faster than yours? Let's see, what star power is he running? It's going to be an interesting game to watch. Let's see what Mr. Bolt can do. Didn't they play this map already? They did. Oh, Melly's got one. And a super, was it necessary? Did he super before? he jumped? Maybe. Okay, well, he's dead. Oh, I can't even get the turret. Even so, he wouldn't have been able to do it. Ooh, no one to help out with cover. He's got a full freeze on Knob. And here come the shades from Guesty. Good defense, Guesty. Well played. And look at that positioning. Really forward on the hyper 8-bit turret. Just a swarm of enemies. Melly's going to do everything he can. It's respectable. Will be able to take down the turret. With some assistance from Salty, it's possible. Hypercharge for Salty, by the way. Those homing bullets will not close him in range of Knob. Another good draft from Foot, no doubt. Watching the timing of the gem spawns. Big have to get a kill. They need to kill Knob. That's the only way. Nope. Nope. Not even a chance. We know how this one goes. That puts Foot on match point, everyone. Bolt is an April Fool's brawler. I like playing Bolt. I wish he were better balanced so that people didn't hate him so much. Yeah, I wish I didn't get dogged just for liking Bolt. I see Bolt and I get so excited. And then people go, no, I want him to lose. Why? I like Bolt. We can play Bolt together? Sorry, I already got mine, excuse me, 2 Prestige 3, so I'm finished with the Bolt. My voice is crisp today. Well, thank you very much. That's great news to hear. I turned down the gain on my audio interface. That might help with it. But thank you, Logan. Oh, YouTube. We have game audio, right? Y'all are getting game audio? I want to make sure. Because I know I don't have music on YouTube. Love playing with his bolts. I actually only have one bolt. This is my ball. There are many like it, but this one is mine. The Bolt doesn't know how to play it. Let's watch Melly quite closely and see what is happening. If you're seeing him run into walls, I would honestly put money on him intentionally running into walls to stop his momentum. Right, just to, like, fake out opponents and waste their ammo. Lost my second bolt. I don't think anyone has 2 bolts, bro. Guess he will always be glazed. It's true. It's because he's different. Okay, Knob, what do you have for us? 12 gems in hand. Do big, have a plan. They got the big man. They have Bolt on the right side with the hypercharge. Gonna go for it. Knob takes a bit of damage. Is not gonna be enough damage from Big. The body blocks are here. It puts Foot in the lead. Big, you did well. You got a set win off of Foot, and you should be proud of that. However, you cannot stop the chosen ones of EMEA. This is their story in 2026, and you are simply a supporting role. Supporting in that you're giving them points to win. Unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles, everyone. Do I have a Discord server? Of course I do. It's a new Discord server as of several months ago, so none of the garbage from, you know, the last several years of my existence. I hope that Electros are the main characters, yes. I think Foot are so clearly just like on a different level, but we haven't gotten to see either of them in full capacity is the problem. Right? We saw Foot minus Guesty. They looked pretty good with Lina. And holy crap. But now Guesty, a lack of land experience. And then you look over at Electros, and they just tripped over themselves at the last second. All they had to do was win their quarterfinal, and they lost their quarterfinal, didn't go to Brawl Cup. They're #1 in the region now for a reason, but they are lacking that land experience. Wonder what they're doing to prepare. Hopefully they're scrimming, standing up. I know Luffy does that. Well, everyone, that is our first semifinal squared away. It is Foot in the lead. They'll be going on to the grand finals, only dropping a few games along the way. They've dropped 1, 2, 3 in the semifinals, and they only lost 1 set. Good stuff. Now, let's move over to the other one happening right now. ABCD versus Dogs. We are currently waiting on that to be ready. But, oh, well, okay. I kind of glitched up the transition, but here we go. We'll be starting on Hideout. Dogs versus ABCD. See, typically I would say the only real opponent for ABCD is EFGH. But, you know, today the Dogs have shown up, who I've only ever faced against the Ultra Cats. The legendary Dogs did win that matchup, by the way. Everyone knows if they have their title. Now we are just waiting on them to get into draft. Blood transition into himself. I need to find a better way of doing this. I need to get some move transitions in. You know what move transitions are? Basically, it would make it so that like something just moves away. So I have like my, let's see. Actually, I can't be bothered. I'm not going to show you. But if you watch China, which you still can on this channel, then you'll see lots of movement transitions. They look pretty clean, actually. I'm watching to see when draft starts, just FYI. But I'm going over to the VOD of China. I'm looking for it. There we go. Okay. See if I can find a movement transition in here. We're getting there. BS Game Up Mode 1, thank you so much for the follow. It means everything. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is a movement transition. Right there, you see? So, see if I can find at the beginning of the show, we all come on as, or wait, when are we a 5-box at any point during this show? Yeah. Got all kinds of different transitions you can do on a show. Okay, draft has begun. The bands aren't in yet, so here we go. And so we talked through this. So I'm producing this whole thing, BTW. Oh, no. Okay, we didn't even transition from the 5-box. Well, you know, it looked really cool when it happened. Oh, never mind, never mind. It happens right here. Check this out. Isn't that neat? Anyway, let's talk about draft. They are in draft. We are waiting on bans. Oh, cool. Yeah, just give us the entire draft at once. Oh. Matt Trino, what are we doing today, man? Okay, I'm going to actually have to watch if they get in game. Must be overloaded today. I have no idea what could be happening. Mr. Transition? Yeah. It's pretty neat, right? Thank you, Bugs Bunny. Not high-tech stuff at all, but looks neat. I could do some movement transitions as part of my normal tournament setup. What would happen if... Hang on. Is my camera even in this scene? I guess it is. Why do I have that transition on it? This is Ready Set, sliding in mid-draft to remind you that you're watching the Ready Set Twitch stream. This is the Orion X Big Cup final. We are in the midpoint of the draft phase. I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and back to the draft. Useful info. Yeah, only the most only the most useful transition. Where were Nob and Angel Boy before Guesty? So Nob historically played with Rama a lot. Playing with Rama as far back as Craze Clan. Yeah. So he played with those guys, with like, it was something esporting. Something esporting. It started with the V. And, oh, hold up. The lobby's not showing. Okay. I'll watch them through my friends list. Lots of glitches, but we deal with them. There we go. And then Angel Boy has been good for a long time. He played with Na'Vi for many, many years. Played with Cubic, MMA for a long time. And then 2024 went over to play with STMN. And they nearly made it through LCQ. There was just kind of a disaster. Nob could not make it to LAN, so Bobby had not qualified that year, so he went to sub in. Unfortunately, it did not work. Sometimes you forget your name isn't Jeff. Bro, what? Is Hank a good counter to Meeple? No, you should be thinking of different things than a Meeple. Or just, like, picking better brawlers. Meeple's just a defensive brawler. I think it's a brawler that's not really worth countering. It's not strong enough to be thinking about. My personal opinion. Do I think there will be any major upset in Worlds? You're asking me to predict whether something unpredictable will happen. I hope so. Otherwise, I find consistently that when unexpected things don't happen, people are disappointed with Worlds. Ooh. Little trade out here. ABCD still in the lead. Fayello's taking an absolute beating, getting a mouthful of the snake oil from Natrix. Okay, is that going to work on a Pinky? We're not running digestive, I just noticed. Ooh. One more kill was needed, plus that blue star. Is there a reason that people are not running digestive and bounty? This is like, I've noticed this increasing in frequency. Isn't this the commentator for Worlds? Hi. Hello, Adroxy. That's me. It's me, legendary commentator, and aspiring model. The one and only Ready Set. Predict Worlds 2034. Trying to think. 2034. That would make me 34. God, I hope Brawl Esports goes that long. Another 7 years of Brawl Stars would be pretty sick. That would make me so happy. Bobby still hasn't found a permanent org. Bobby's retiring at the end of this year. Worlds 2034, Bobby makes a cameo. He appears on stream. Hello, Triple B. I did see your message. I just forgot to respond to it. I play the game myself, and what rank am I? Hi. Yes. And I'm an M1 peak. But I don't really play ranked. I should, but I don't really. It's a deal of like... Think about this. There's only so much of one thing that I can do in a day. And on Brawl Stars, I'm doing something Brawl Stars related just about every day. And it's a lot of work. It's work that I enjoy, but it's a lot of work. And so, after like a 7-hour monthly qualifier stream, I'm pretty finished. Did the sides swap and I didn't realize? I think so. My bad, y'all. Not even commentating. Well, okay. I can commentate over the games. I can just ignore everyone's chat messages. The production value does a lot for the value of the stream. Will people still play Brawl in 2034? I sure hope so. Which brawler ability was digestive? It's the Charlie Star power that makes you deal, I think, 25% of their HP while they're in the cocoon. But instead they're running Slimy, which leads a slowing trail. I think in most cases Slimy's better because you just get a free slow when they come out. Save that for Worlds is way more fun. I do like the talk kind of casting. It's like Watch Party, basically. Except I am producing this. Like, the graphics are mine. This is why I automated everything. Winner of BSC 2034 watches Cocomelon. Cocomelon's for old heads if we're talking 2034. Yeah. Watch parties are peak. I think people like watch parties a lot. There needs to be a real broadcast for the watch partiers to watch party, you know, to create the moments. How many brawlers do I think there will be in 2034? I think there will be 34 brawlers in 2034. We're getting rid of them. Brawl Stars 2 will be released by then. Monkey Dark Shifter, I don't want to hear you speak another ill word of Cocomelon. I don't want to hear a damn word. Oh my gosh, Fayello! Oh, they would love that kill, but they can't go for it. Pinky might be able to get it on Fayello! What a steal! Only 1-star differential. 5 seconds to go, they need a kill. Oh my gosh. What a thievery! And that's what happens when you split off on your own. What a recovery! That was beautiful right there. Well done, dogs. They'll be barking all the way to the bank. Excuse me, you went to ABCD? Oh my gosh, bro, this is so confusing. I go to spectate in game and it never spectates the right team. It always spectates the opposite team. Because I'm now noticing. Hang on. That I do not have anyone from dogs added. Okay, y'all. I added probably 10 people to my friends list today. Just going like, okay, well, these are all people that I need to spectate. And both of the matches that I've watched so far, I've had only one person added. Unreal. Okay. We'll be getting our draft for the next one soon. Will they put in a search bar? It wouldn't be fast enough. I don't have time to type things in. Do I think 5v5 Brawl has rank potential? No. Game's not balanced for 5v5. It's too much. Besides, any of the 5v5 game modes just like... They're too chaotic. There's too much happening at once. Whole chat full of 5-year-olds screaming 6-7. 6-7's like low-key a dead meme now. I did say Triple T at Brawl Cup. If there are any memes that I need to fit in to a broadcast, let me know. You know what I used to do in the early days? I said, hey guys, like what should I reference on the broadcast? And people would like give me stuff and then I would sneak it in. I low-key was so much ballsier with my casting when I first started than I am now. Yeah, now I'm pretty safe. But when I first started, oh, I was sometimes unhinged. These games matter for Worlds or LCQ. Nah, but they do matter for money. Janet Max here? Yes, I did reference that. I do remember that. I said as a max tier brawler. Gosh, was that in 2024? Or was that last year? Can't seem to remember. That's probably the most recent thing that I said on someone's request. But if anyone has any other ones, let me know. Any brain rot's old at this point. Like, Triple T is the only survivor. If I said li la di la, you'd be like, okay, old head, like, pack it up, Unc. You know, I try to talk to you about ding 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 doong, and you're like, look at this guy living in 2024. Triple T is the only one that has survived. Yeah, no one talks about Boneka Ambalabu. Not even freaking Tralalero Tralala or Crocodilo Bombardilo gets a mention these days. Yes, my friend requests are also bugging out. What is this language? See, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's like old people speak. No one knows this anymore. You still, Trialero, we still talk about you, by the way. Excuse me, guys. I kind of yapped through some of the draft. I didn't expect it to come in quickly. Ban discussion. We're here on Crystal Arcade, and it is a high priority to get rid of that bolt. Double Griff ban. No one wants to deal with it. And M's also. So strong in the 2-3. Starnova and Surge. Also strong. Man, we are just like dispensing huge deluges, aren't we? So, Lumi Sandy going to be facing wall breaks, so it gets a little difficult into the roughs. I think that's going to kind of be a sucky lane into the Mo. We'll see if that prediction is correct, everyone. We are getting in-game. And the mid-fight is on. Should call Arc or Kenny Unk like 6 or 7 times on Worlds. Imagine. Kenny is 1 year older than me. For a long time, I was the youngest. And by a long time, I mean approximately 2 years. For 2 years, I was the youngest on BSC. Trav is the youngest on BSC now. But he's been gone for the last couple months. Give me just one moment. Okay. Now we're properly focused on game. I still have my music going on in the background. Need to get rid of it. Wait, how am I spectating Fayella when I don't have him added? Okay, never mind. It's very confusing. 10 seconds to go. What do we have? Nano with the defense and a hypercharge for Zero. That's going to be 1 and almost 2 on a Pinky. Ray needs to get as many as he can. Excellently performed, Ray. And number 10 comes in at the perfect time, but he didn't get close enough. Ooh, and it's a good thing he didn't. Might have flown too close to the sun. Zero on the bottom right. Also taken back by Nanox. And just like that, ABCD have swarmed dogs in their spawn and brought things all the way home. Nicely done for Natrix. With 5 seconds to go. What? Okay, well, you can just be patient, bro. The update lasts kind of a long time. Was a reverse robbery. They stole it from me, Your Honor. I can steal it back. Now Fayello's on the enemy side. This is the strangest glitch ever. I have one person added in this lobby, and for some reason it keeps on swapping the sides. I've never had this happen before. In all of my years spectating Brawl Stars, this is the first time this happened. Why is Fayello not on the Assassins? Couldn't tell you. Roughs can be a difficult lane to play. Maybe they put him on that brawl because of that. Okay, watching the TP for Pinky. Meanwhile, on the left side, almost looks successful for Nanox. That speed boost in the Mo Super allowed Sierra to retreat without being taken down. Would it have made that much difference? Couldn't tell you. And here comes the Sandstorm. Sierra just out of range, so everyone knows exactly where he is. One more for Nanox would be huge. The hypercharge for Pinky. Doesn't look like Nanox got a taste of that canister, however. But he does have his super now. Gonna use that for a lot of control. Meanwhile, on the right side, Natrix accumulates one more kill, and a hypercharge forced for Ray, but Nanox was ready. Zero broke on ahead. This is actually perfect, though. Gems in the back lines, just where the dogs want them. The only way anyone retrieves these is if Pinky pushes all the way in. Pretty safe positioning, Nanox. What you going for, man? There's the hypercharge super. Everyone muted. An opportunity perhaps for Pinky, lining up the shots on Ray. Ray knew he was going to get pinched and straight right back into Pinky's grasp. Oh my goodness, now how often do you see that? Terrible timing for Zero. Honestly, at that point, just unlucky. Holy Lumi plays, and they're looking for Fayella now around the top side. Trying to break in, but there's just no chance. It is set number 2 for ABCD. They absolutely deserve it. Gosh, the way that Zero was stopped mid-super by the Lumi. Just bad timing. Pronounced Chiro. Okay, I'll say Chiro. Cheers to you, buddy. That was pretty nifty right there. Let's see the stats. Did I know that if you play Squeak on the map New Horizons and you shoot your main attack where the 2x2 water is, the attack will teleport to the other side of the wall? You shoot your main attack where the 2x2 water is. First of all, hello, Sam. And second of all, what? How? Teleports to the other side of the wall. That sounds pretty good, considering that Squeak isn't the worst brawler there either. No, truly Wolfgangs. Or Wolffangs. Wolfgangs. I thought your name was just an actual name. Will I commentate EA and EMEA this weekend? No, they already announced the casters. It is Spoo, Arc, and Spen. My dual streaming. I am, yes. Can I sneak the word Sweden on this weekend's monthly final? Because Sweden has never gotten any team to monthly final. I guess not. The only Scandinavian player I know of is Cursed, who almost made Worlds in 21 with EXO free agents. YDE, I remember still. It's not my bad moment. You're fine. I don't even know what you could have done wrong. A has played monthlies. Where's A from? They were very marketable. I remember the days of YDE. Peak YDE. Yeah, he was such a showman. YDE is still a prankster. He's working on BSE this year, by the way. Did you know that? Nova left open. They'll outrange it. I assume they will. Both teams banning M's as if it stood any chance into a Star Nova, by the way. As a caster? No. He's just helping them out with like game knowledge and spectating and stuff. You didn't know that? Hang on, I bet I have a picture with him. I mean, just like... let me look at my map. I have one picture of Whitey in my phone. And it is a picture of him holding up his iPad so that I can join his lobby. See, YDE likes to screw with people's cameras and just like take selfies on people's camera. He's such a prankster. So this is my prank now. This is this is in the office. Okay. Back into the... Oh, hold up. Hold up. Oh, right. That's how I have my camera here. Why do you spike plushies? He has so many. How's Pit 2? It's fire, Sam. I'm halfway through the game. Do you? What do you mean, Bebelicious? Okay, guys, we may not be able to watch a full draft because the data is coming in so late that, like... I mean, we're almost a minute into the game. Glowy, an interesting choice. I agree with Glowy Griff. I actually really like Glowy Griff. I just don't think you can beat Star Nova. Like, it's impossible to beat Star Nova. I have no idea why they gave this to the dogs. Which gadget has the shortest cooldown?
The power of the star is real.
I'm gonna assume it's like the Bonnie Dash or something like that. That would be my guess, like a 10-second cooldown for that. Gus Ghost Spawn. Oh, interesting. How long is the Bonnie one? Oh, I see. Does Kaze have the shortest cooldowns? It's a good question, Dig. How are you, bro? Yes, I can see Glowy countering Nova, except for when you walk directly towards her. But to be fair, it's because they had a Pierce pinching them from the right. Okay, Fayello getting it pushed back really effectively. Nanox wants that kill. Ooh, not even a coin touches, but thankfully Natrix had the kill. Not going to do much with those extra credits, unfortunately, Natrix. Gosh, just getting tapped by the Pierce. Here comes the heal from Pinky, however, and a super outwards. No kill onto Fayello. He retreated. It's pretty smart, actually. Pop that gadget down so that when you get feared, you just run into the floaty time. That's pretty funny. Okay, the dogs are once more operational. Bebelicious, what are we doing, man? I see. 7 seconds. I should have known that, actually. Dude, is Fayel going to get away? Oh my gosh. He did. Does Pinky have this? Hypercharge out. Barely any burn on Pinky. Just keeps on recovering HP from Zero. Fayello's still alive by a shred. It's winnable for ABCD. There's the fear on DeRay. Confirming a kill for Pinky. I believe in ABC's ability to do this. They cannot lose the push, though. Natrix needs a hypercharge so badly. Gets the hyper, pops it, but it's not going to go anywhere. Fayello down. Can Nanox save the day? A hypercharge for him, but he's shut out by the Pierce. Game number 2 for dogs. Excuse me? Cool. Their fate was set whenever they went what they want, or when they went what they went. This draft wasn't it. Oh my gosh. They went what they went. For some reason, it was so difficult for me to process. Pineapples is Finnish, but like from a Swedish part, and the Meg is Swedish. Oh, Meg, yeah, I know the Meg. And yeah, I wonder what he's been up to. The Meg. I do remember the Meg. Okay. We're waiting on the next draft, but we can also look at some stats. You're telling me they didn't get a single kill? Okay. I'm like, that's obviously wrong. Dude, it takes them... The Matrino API is delayed by like an entire minute. It's crazy how delayed it is. Waiting on draft for Layer Cake is where we're headed next. Did I shave? I look cleaner. Yes, I did shave. I also got a haircut, so I'm not as shaggy. Also in different lighting, and that'll do a lot of work for that. I'm no longer in Houston. Yeah. What do y'all think of my friend over here? Does anyone have a sub to this channel that they want to use right now? Give that poor guy a pet. Just pat him on the head real quick. Anyone? Okay. Draft time. Let's see it. Will I be at Gamescom? I will not. Yes, the Kitger. We love you, Catger. Thank you, Sir Jake. How kind of you. BB-licious. 3 months in advance. What a commitment. Thank you, BB-licious. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, BB-licious. Well, you're going to work up to the Silver Sprout badge by that point. Huge W's. Actually, hold up. Yes, I think that's what you get. My sub badges only, like, go up to a year. If you subbed for a year and then you get a chromatic sprout with a trophy and a crown. Made by Coach Flapjack, if you remember that guy. Haven't heard of him in a long time. Matrino API, we got to talk, man. BB-licious is everywhere. Is that so? BB-licious only just spawned into my chat a few days ago from a Bedlam raid. Johnski never reached the peak you were hoping, Sir Jake. Right. The next character in the Finland saga. You just glaze a country for no logical reason. Hope to move there. So where are you from? Toxico Hadish. Yeah, we've discussed this before, Sir Jake. From Israel. I see. Finland doesn't seem like a bad place to live. When I was there, it seemed pretty nice. Camp on my channel from Bedlam too. That's funny, Wolfangs. Yeah, it's a big old esports focused, or, you know, like competitive focused community. Okay, I'm just turning off the timers because if things are this delayed, then they're just going to be highly inaccurate every single time. Damien with the penny. Wasn't she just serious? Serious would, like, be amazing for the... Yeah. Serious would be great for the Damien, would be able to take down the turret. I mean, looks like a Sirius and a half to me. Surely ABCD accounted for this. So, what's their plan? Sirius and a penny? It's not a crazy thing. You take down the turret for free. Like, she'll pierce through everything, but, you know, you need the defense versus Damien. Plus, you could just camp your shades in the back. Like, it's not so chalked. Sirius and a Damien. Yeah, that's really a mentality. Sirius and a Damien. Okay, Zero is full boxed. They're not going to do anything with it, just hold him back. The retreat, you get blue star, and then you hide. That is how Brawl Stars is played. Also, if your enemy makes mistakes, it's even better. Going to swap our sides back. It's ABCD on defense. You like warmth, not heat. I see. You like... I gotcha. You want some place that isn't hot. How does that work? Warmth but not heat. Because they're like seasons. Yes, I've experienced that. Every time I've been to Finland, it's been in the winter. And it was very short days, long nights. Peter, thank you for the sub, dude. Where's it, Petre? Damien third punch destroys all the clones. Yes, but the Damien clone can knock you back. I mean, you see how Fayello's playing around with this on the left side? Gosh, it's got to be frustrating to play into. Sirius is a known counter to Damien. Wow, Fayello on the left side can't wedge himself through that gap, it looks like. Oh, okay. He was able to. It just kind of looked like it. Will expire. Anything on the Natrix. The smoke barely clears the gap. Good bait for Ray over to the right, but he's going to have to fall back. A pull onto Pinky. Will it work? A super available. 320 HP, but Fayello's got him over the wall. Seer pumps the Hyper to withstand a bit more damage, but it's not going to work. With 5 seconds to go, Ray gets one more. And ABCD know that this is the end of the road. At least for now. Might be dragged to a set 5. I really like that Sirius play. The way that he was playing with the shade, directing it to move around, pretty much using it as sort of like an effigy. Dangling it out front. Just like last time, however, that blue star is immediately going to go to ABCD. They box the Gene. I guess so they can play aggro without risking giving him a pull immediately. What's the mentality here? Pinky will fall, however, and Fayello will get the kill. Okay, now if you're Damien here, you want to jump both Zero and Ray at the same time. If you can get one, that's just fine. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, that was ugly. Wait, Zero. Box like a fish on the right side. And Ray's attempt might actually be the right move. On the right side. Look at all the Damien clones getting pierced by Natrix. So there is counterplay. We talked about this in the draft. But there is a space for Damien to exist here. Look at how Nanox is just hiding behind the turret. He wants to box on the right side. Gets the box. With the turret also, Ray not going to take any damage. Really, really smart. Oh my gosh, and Ray survived off of that. Yo, get brained on, kid. He went into the bush so that the turret would defocus him. So Fayello should die on the right side. That was really, really smart by Ray, though. I think most players would not know what to do in that situation. Will be Zero falling again to ABCD. They look within striking distance of a match point. $20 seconds to go. Need to see a huge super for Zero. Turret placed up. Who is going to get pulled? Well, Pinky's running it down. There's a lamp blowout on the top left. Zero does get the kill, but ABCD are so far ahead that it doesn't even matter. Well done. Some inventive plays from Dogs. I'm kind of obsessed with the dodge of the turret by walking into a bush. You're walking closer to the enemy, but it's a safer position because the turret offs you. Oh gosh, how would I know this? It's got to be a really strong gadget. Who would have the longest cooldown? Probably like one of Crow's gadgets. Ooh, double box. Oh, this is beautiful for Pinky, except he's getting beaten up on the right side. What? ABCD still came out with the advantage. I'm going to say... oh, man, I don't know. It's a good question. I love this kind of trivia. Who would have the longest gadget? Ooh, Ray's going to escape this one. Pinky goes down, and Dogs get the advantage. I'm going to say Crow Poison, or Crow Slow. Lily or Kid? Could be Edgar. Could be Edgar's Supercharge. Wonder how long that one is. And with the box. The box has actually been pretty scary here. You get box, it's over. Zero can't even push things back on the right side. Pinky's teasing it. Soft launching his hard launch into the enemy side. Waiting for the moment. Enemies need to be softened up, but Dogs are staying on high ammunition by the looks of things. That'll be one kill onto Zero, and that is Pinky's note to move in, but it's still only a trade. Nonetheless, ABCD find themselves 1 star in the lead. With a match point in hand, they're running back with 15 seconds to go. Box on the right side. That hurts Chiro's approach inwards. 5 seconds to go. Need a kill. Need to see something. Fayello looks for anything, but there's just no play for the Dogs. ABCD will hopefully learn the rest of their ABCs. They're going to need everything in their arsenal as they've just made it onto the grand finals, and they will be facing some letters that they have not met yet. They're F, U, and T. The trio that no one wants to meet in the grand finals. We'll get those stats in just a second. That was ABCD all the way, peer out drafts. Yeah, I guess so. I think that there was room for Dogs to win, actually. Is that a raccoon on my shirt? It is a raccoon. It's a raccoon on the back of my shirt, too. Yeah. Love my raccoons. Still waiting on data to come in from Metrino, so I can show you their stats, but it's taking forever. What are you gonna do? Like how? Okay, no data, I guess. How's life? It's all right, Triple B. Thanks for asking. My Brawl Stars account. Okay. I need to equip something, though. It's not like an impressive account. That is my Brawl Stars account. There you go. And now you've seen it. Been very busy, and that's why I've not been playing ranked. Yeah, I'm a fan of my account. What was I going to show you? Ah, yes. My catalog. Where's my Colt?
Nice headshot.
I'm kind of a collector. Okay. Holy crap. Wow, that is a long cooldown. Okay, anyway, where was I? We finally have the data in, so I can show you stuff about ABCD and Dogs. Best skin in the game. I would have to go through and, like, really check. You give me some of your favorites. Challenger Colt is one of my favorites, though. Challenger Colt is amazing. Let me think about this for a second. The Poco ones where he becomes... Hang on. I got distracted. Okay. The Poco ones where he becomes MF Doom are pretty cool. Going through every brawler to find what I think are the best. The Reindeer Bonnie one's pretty good. Actually, the Icarus Bonnie's really good. Ha! Virus 8-Bit's pretty good. Man, what an expensive skin. Yeah, Virus 8-Bit is sick. Virus 8-Bit and Challenger Colt, probably, like, yeah, top skins in the game. What are some other ones that I'm thinking of? By the way, I'm just going to keep some tabs on draft because this next one is going to get started soon. Yeah, it looks like we're in draft, everyone. Welcome to the grand finals of the Orion X Big Cup final. One more match to decide it all. And not a bad couple of teams to make it here. Sadly, we waved goodbye to Big themselves in our first semifinal where they played against Foot. Yeah, sure, just like send all the data at once, Matrino. What is happening today? Yes, BBlicious, just DM me on Discord. Making sense of this draft. Foot get their Pierce that they love. Angel Boy on the Mina should get that pressure. I'm anticipating that Guesty will pick up the Pierce and that they'll hand this gene over to Nob. Let Angel Boy do his Mina things. Four years, 4 months, and 18 days. That's a while. What up, Lakshay? I'm chilling, dude. How about you? They were not big enough? Maybe they were too big for their britches. Eight-Bit is the last pick. And, dude, excuse me. The Maturino delays are really throwing me off my game. So pardon for the little production issues. Well executed for Foot. They've got that 3-star lead now. One more month. Dang. Who thinks they have the longest follow age? The longest follow age that you can have is like 7 years and 1 month. Thank you, BBlicious. I'll get back to you later. So good watching me. Thank you, Revengers. Excuse me, Lakshay. A 3-star lead for Foot in what appears to be an impenetrable defense, or is it just ABCD shaking in their boots? Whoa, what a laser. What? But Nob still remains alive. Oh, that's got to be a kill, though. Nanox looking for it. I cannot believe Nob stayed alive. I think he gets one, looks for two. That's Nanox up in the sky. Foot tried to bring him back, but the brawlers are simply so strong on ABCD. You look at Foot, and not a single brawler that you would consider broken in the present meta, right? Even still, they're able to fend off Nanox. Pinky is up next. But they don't want dessert. Natrix will be allowed to persist on the left side. Can they get a pull off of this? Well, the hypercharge is in for Nanox. And the results will be in soon. Nanox declared dead on the scene. On the right side, Pinky topples to the ground. And Natrix meets a similar fate. It's game 1 for Foot. And that was pretty anticipated, okay? You show up to a match arena, you watch Foot. This is the result that's supposed to happen. Though we did see Big take a set off of them earlier. That was pretty impressive, you gotta admit. Forensic scientist over here, yeah. Major contusions. Appears that some sort of magic smoke was at fault. Hello, Mill. We'll just hear the cast? Alright. See ya, Toxico Hadish. Yeah, the draft is not what they needed. But in theory, it's correct, right? That's the deal when you face a team like Foot. You get the Star Nova. You get your 8-bit. You get your Penny. Like, these are all good picks on this map. And it's still not enough. You cannot ban everything. That is a weakness against Foot. They know these brawlers inside and out. Everyone performing their function. It is a well-oiled machine. Would you remove a single cog from this equation? Nob has occasionally been presented as the most interchangeable example, but I think lately people have been observing why he's so indispensable. Will be... Whoa, hold up. Good thing Gessie had a super, otherwise that would have been deadly. Angel Boy on the right side, eviscerated by Pinky. But Gessie picks up yet another, and Natrix falls too. But back in the lead, dude, Gessie has been him on the Pierce. Get this man some help. And that's no more turret for Pinky. He will not be floating in the final seconds of the game. Things converging over towards Foot spawn. Gestie cannot afford to die. He does have a hypercharge that'll help out. Nob looking for the fast pull. There it is on an Nanox on the right side. 1, 2 kills. Gestie has to recover, but he'll still do it somehow. Yeah, man, throw it a Protesto. Why'd you have to put the team on your back today? Oh my gosh. He's the only one on Foot that got any kills. Wake up. Wow, what a finale. Someone clipped that. Actually, someone clipped that. He put the team on his back. 11-0. And that is why people were panicking when he could not show up to Brawl Cup. Stopped on the border. However, Lena fit into that roster quite well, under the leadership primarily of Angel Boy. This isn't a dunk on anyone, just BTW. I'm just being funny. But holy smokes. I think we saw some good individual stuff, but like the pulls from Nob, twice pulling an 8-bit that actually ended up killing them, just miscalculations basically. Or is it a mistake? Is it them knowing that if their entire team converges and they can't get the kill on 8-bit? And even still, does it matter? Yeah, actually it does. It takes a lot of pressure off of them that could otherwise result in a kill for the enemy team. Result in their entire team disintegrating. Well, all right, man. What a set. Wow. What a way to begin this match. Arguably the best in the world, showing that he is the best on his team, too. Which has occasionally been up for debate. Worlds 23 was the first for Sans, but he still did great. Yeah, but it wasn't his first LAN. He'd played in 2 LANs that year, 3 LANs that year, actually. Actually, let's think about this. No. I'm pretty sure he played in a LAN in... No, I think he played in 2 LANs by that point. Played in Snapdragon Pro Series Finals in San Diego. Played in Mobile Masters in 2023. So it wasn't his first LAN. Gessie will be playing in BBL, though. Thank you for clipping that, Chari. They can't even make Brawl Cup, but they think T is top 5. Yeah, but I don't know. I think you're looking at a very different team is the deal. The T that didn't make Brawl Cup is... the way you make Brawl Cup is by being top 2 in your region, right? Okay, and TE are now top 1 in their region. So clearly something has shifted. Tribe is good on land? Yes. They are good on land. But I think the TE glaze is worthy. There's Buns on land? They made top 4. I think people just like cannot forget their performance at Brawl Cup last year, which was pretty pitiful. I think it was a draft issue, though. I think there's some team things that are shaking up. Is Guessy getting a BVL? Bro, Brawl Ball League. It stands for Brawl Ball League. Why are there no third-party tournaments on the level of Snapdragon Pro Series? Don't know. I do not know. Giatsti. We get Angel. I don't even know. I have a feeling that we won't get to see the full draft before we go into game, actually. Yeah, what did I tell you? Draft for set number 2 is complete. Foot lead with a single set. They only need 2 more to win, and they're already uncomfortable brawlers once more. That was pretty respectable there from Nanox, but guess he's going to get 4 shots on the safe. And how much do 4 shots do on the safe? About 18%. Rough calculations, you're getting 4% with each one of these rockets. Good shots from Guessy is going to be suppressing on the right side. Meanwhile, Melody breaks through, gets 10% of her own. What's more respectable? Guessy is untouchable! What? Someone stop this man! Oh, it doesn't even matter, man. It doesn't even matter. He knew that he was living there on borrowed time. Guy is just on a roll today. Meanwhile, Natrix is going to get another clean 25% on this safe. Drops it down to 49. Was it necessary to use your dashes? Actually, yes. It's going to force everyone to move back. Gave Pinky and Nanox a lot of time to push up and take mid. So pretty well played. Also, doesn't seem like Natrix is having any shortage of supers out here. It's going to take him 4 shots to get it. Okay, just another couple. And there's the hyper we need to see. A missed one for Angel Boy. Oh my goodness. And Natrix bumped by the safe for the assist. Guess he's trying to solo this match, but it's just not possible today. A hypercharge out of the gates for Angel Boy, assisting with the pinch on Pinky on the right. Could this be ABCD's first game win of this match? Well, guess he's going to do what he can to stop it. Nob wants a shot on the Pinky on the right side. Not going to happen. They need a pinch so badly. 1, 2, 3, and guess he knows it's over. No interest. Looking a bit rough out here. Guess he's on his A game, but the other 2 are struggling. I think we observed this in the previous match. But you got to give credit where credit is due too, okay? Natrix is freaking nasty. This is a fair observation, BMO. Something to know about Foot is they are a team at the caliber of playing for fun in an actual serious finals for their opponents. Okay, they'll do something different. They'll switch it up. Do things for their own entertainment. They still want to win. But they're that good at this game that they can afford to do something for fun. And that's so refreshing to see a team show up and do more than just win. They do it in an entertaining way. Okay, 25% so far for Foot. Here's a counterattack for ABCD. Natrix on the safe. That's not going to be 25%, my friend. It was damn close, though. 23 is a good number, but it doesn't get you the crack that you need for the tempo. Hyper for a couple hits on the safe. Nob believed a bit more in his ability to hit those subsequent shots. But the mid-control belongs to Foot, at least for now. Pinky has something to say. Hypercharge canisters down. No fast explosion on that. Pinky, don't get blasted. Looked a little bit risky. ABCD have been shut out. They have not been able to get through. There's Natrix on top of the safe. There's a crack, but battered and bruised. Nanox falls too. Nob gets to push up as a result. One more shield left on ABCD safe. They are not in a safe zone at all. Really aggressive there from Pinky. And well-timed also. Went back from the gadget with just 1,000 HP remaining. What will Angel Boy's Hyper say about this attempted a push for Pinky? Well, now you know. Full refund. And a hypercharge for Natrix as he tries to make a solo play and gets legitimately 1%, if even that. This one's in the books, folks. It's just not going any other way. Natrix had to go for the aggressive play, otherwise there would not be enough time in the game to win it. Ooh, the lag walk and the X. What does Gessie have against these guys? This is like classic BM. But Gessie's a young talent. This is what he was raised on. This is what molded him. These are the fires that forged him into such a menace. What does Pure Super do? Yeah, it shoots. Chari, if an enemy or, something is standing in the radius, it will shoot a homing projectile at them that pierces walls. Yeah, and the Hyper one shoots too. Holy crap. It is utter chaos at mid. And Foot managed to get the upper hand. Whoa, hold up. Yo, lock in, spectator. This is what I get for trying to make a fast movement, huh? My gosh, that was so disrespectful. Okay, those kind of dodges are not going to help you escape Nob's Pierce, Pinky. Keep that one in mind for the future. You're better off straight lining, bro. Natrix dead. Pinky feeling the heat too. Good TP for Pinky. Can he defend? Best case scenario, they stop the crack, and it's just not going to happen. Pinky needed this pinch. They're going to send Natrix to the top side so he can get a better position with the super. And here it comes on the Nob. A kill. Oh, that shield has been evaporated. Pinky wants that 4% so badly, he's willing to risk his life for it. Is it going to be worth it? Nanox with the tap. It's possible that ABC get this set. 1, 2, 3. It's looking realistic. 4, 2 more, Nanox. That's all you need. The full defense for Foot, just 226 HP remaining, but Gessie can knock this down solo. What a recovery. They stick the landing in the end. Foot. Talk about ice in the veins. Once we see those stats, I'm going to be impressed. It is another Gessie star player. Wow. Am I going to the World Finals? I'm always at the World Finals, no matter what. So, yeah. Does Pierce come from piercing or pierce? Probably both, if I had to guess. Huh. TE and Gessie are not so different, so why glaze one and not the other? Gessie... is in a far more competitive region that has performed way better over the entire history of Brawl Esports than North America. That's why. Because he's number one in a region with twice as many competitors in a far more established esports scene. And like a region that has 80% of the Brawl Stars player base. So the folks who root for the domestic talent are going to go for Guesty. I feel like it's pretty like obvious why Guesty gets glazed far more than TE. Yeah. T versus Foot World Finals. I hope not. I hope if it does happen, it would happen in like the grand finals or something. Okay. Hello, Joel Snowless Nordless. How are you? Okay. Let's see if we have draft for the next one. No, not quite yet. In fact, do we even have stats? Yes, we do. Man, that was such a close call for ABCD. Knob, the assassin. I guess he got star player because look at that safe damage. But Knob was cleaning up as the Pierce. You know, sometimes it pays to mix it up a little. My 3 biggest takes on recent NA qualifiers, biggest takes, like biggest takeaways. The NA qualifiers were a bit of a nothing burger. The only thing that surprised me was KDS, right? Bobby's team, nearly losing to Zemp in the upper bracket. That's the only thing that could have surprised me. Everything else went pretty much according to plan. I was sad that my roommates didn't make it to a monthly final, though. That was kind of sad. China might be better than SA. Hard disagree. I do not think China is better than SA. Emi gets glazed way too much. It's just humble and Foot. The rest aren't as good as people make them to be. 4-seed EU beats first NA. Yeah, I would disagree with that. Do I live with Luffy? I do. I do. He's downstairs right now. How do I feel about KDS as of right now? They're going to need a serious metamorphosis as a team to have a real shot. But basically, they just need to stay the course. All they have to do is stay ahead of Vatic. And that probably means that they just make it to semifinals. Because if KDS lose their quarterfinal, then Vatic basically just get to go to LCQ. If KDS win their quarterfinal, you know what Vatic has to do? They have to beat freaking Team Electros. They have to do something that they have not been able to do in the semifinals all year long. They have faced Team Electros in semis like 4 times or something like that. Or this will be number 4 or something like that. It's kind of unfair. God take the L on that. L on what? China's better than South America? Absolutely not. China is definitely not better than South America. Look who's representing China. They got TOC. TOC is a pretty exceptional team in that region, but you look at TOC, you look at Ace Zero. I mean, they have drafts that are ahead of the rest of the region, but their gameplay is sloppy. They have so much to learn that you cannot just acquire in a few months. The stuff that these South American players have a several year-long history of having. Like a hostel? No, it's not a hostel. We just live in a house. Everyone has their own bedroom. Star Dragon will find a way to Worlds, however. I wonder what role he will play. I worry for him because whatever he was providing to Toxic Lotus was not enough in the draft department. And I know that's his primary focus. We have, everyone, set number 3 coming in. Foot lead by 2 sets at the moment. This is out in the open. Okay, auto spectator. Thank you. I will take the reins here. Damien into that. In theory, you can run it down, but you need proper support. Pinky's taking a lot of hits, but thankfully he has tank trait, so he should be able to get a super. Even still, that's very difficult when your entire team is getting surrounded, rounded up, and slaughtered. The team might be the best team in entire Brawl esports. You could be right. Ooh, a missed pull for Angel Boy. It's an uncommon sight. ABCD finally set up on the right side behind the Indestructible, so this is their strategy. Fight east to west and west to east. But say, okay, we have a turret too, and it's gone. The Guesty sneak attack. No one was ready for this one. He's got one. And actually, that wall's going to keep him alive. Or is it more for Nanox? Oh, no. And once more, assassination, this time Peep style. And Pinky doesn't stand a chance. Yo, why does Guesty hate him so much? They talk trash about him? Yuck. Angel Boy bops him away like it didn't even matter. I think TE beats Kumala Zawesta? Without a doubt. Sorry, Kumala Zawesta. Great players. Great people, too. Got to speak to them in an interview. Mebius talked trash about Guesty and Knob. And Mebius kind of runs his mouth, though. Do I have a foot jersey? I do. Would now be a good time to pull it out? It's actually such a good foot jersey. You know what? They win this next game, I'm putting on the foot jersey. I'm going to get it and putting it on. Do I know DJ? Sounds familiar, but I'm not certain. Come on, Foot. I'll put on your shirt and tell them to buy the bundle. And ABCD are going to keep Foot from making some profits if they win this. Angel Boy bopped out of position, punched back. Pinky for the combo. Oh, what a beauty. Knob's the one remaining. Yeah, sorry, my friends. Wait, hold up. No, no. Oh, my gosh. If he just had another shot. I'm sorry, Knob, but only Angel Boy can clutch as Nanny on out in the open. Let this be a lesson. That would have been so sick. The calculation must have been so narrow. Angel Boy looking for the pull. Who's going to be Nanox? Dragged him through all of those gears in the walls, through the Indestructible. Is that going to be enough to take down Pinky? Hold up, we need more damage. Guesty is on the case. It's only Natrix remaining. A few brawlers that are one tap, but Knob's ready to reflect that damage, and Natrix knows. Hypercharge in hand, better used for the next pitch, actually. Okay, well, Poison, hurry up, man. It's getting a little bit awkward now. Oh. Okay, that works. Mewtwo, good to see you, man. How you been? You came in just at the climax. But with 3 hypercharges in hand, it could not be a more winninger position. That's the last thing you want to see. 3 hypercharges approaching you, 3 hands, but none of them go anywhere. Guesty looks for the angle around the right side. It goes sideways, in fact. Doesn't get what he wants at all. But expended a bunch of hypercharges to get position. Was it worth it? ABCD, corner in the back right. Foot have beaten them here before. The wall's up. Where's the pull? Okay, well, Knob has a peep. Little bit of damage versus Nanox doesn't hurt. He'll cycle that hypercharge back. Is there enough time? Pinky has the hypercharge that he knows is going to be his win condition. This one's to extend the match point. And Pinky and Pinky out! And he's alive! Foot in a 2v2, make it a 1v3, and Foot topple at match point. ABCD continue the match. And I will not get to wear my Foot jersey. Okay, you know what? I'll wear it if Foot win in general. How about that? I'm chilling, Mewtwo. Thanks for asking. When will I wear the TLB jersey? I don't even have one, man. Ooh, got rid of the barrel and got Natrix at the same time. Match point for Foot. It's looking lean for ABCD. They've already lost their lifeline in 8-bit. It's just Pinky and Natrix remaining in the 2v3. Knob's going to take a bunch of hits. Natrix can't escape. Pinky with the super in, but we know how this one goes. Nothing for the finale. Foot get it done. Here in the grand finals, they are your Orion X Big Cup finals victors. And they leave a trail of blood and bones in their wake. What a gruesome day it's been for everyone who dared step to these guys. Sorry, I had to step up for a moment. There was something important that needed to happen. Look, guys. I keep my promises. This is the Foot jersey for this year. I really like the Foot jerseys. They look so good. I have the one from last year too, but it is in my closet at the moment. Yeah, and that's right. I'm number 10. I don't know why I'm number 10, but I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice looking jersey, isn't it? It's more of an oversized look, but it's very intentional. I like it. Okay, wait. We got to be patient, BB-licious. You got to pipe down real quick. Thank you. Thank you, Z Luigi. Appreciate it. Yeah, the colors coordinate well. I like my red. Actually, it coordinates really well with my whole thing. Yo, Foot. Y'all trying to sign me? I mean, like... There's a chance, I don't know yet, there's a chance that I go to Turkey just to see challengers. Like, we can work something out. I got your Brawl Stars logo on. It coordinates with the jersey. I'm wearing my jersey. I got my Red Bull in. I got my red pants on. Like, everything's color coordinated. I'm ready. I'm a package deal. I'm so easy to pick up and sign. Bias caster, like... And they won't even realize that I'm biased because I'm just, like... kind of cheering for the team that's going to win it all, that's going to start a legacy in Brawl Stars. I don't know. Maybe. No conflict of interest, folks. Okay, let's see the stats from the last one. It was a 3-0 for Foot versus ABCD. You missed the tickets? That sucks. Maybe you can buy them off of someone. Maybe you can buy someone's ticket, like if someone's reselling. But jersey looks good on me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It feels good. Feels like where I'm meant to be. This is true. Actually, now that I think about it, I should wear this Foot jersey more often. I have some jerseys. You know what? Because Foot won this, actually, let me extend some thank yous to certain people first. I would like to say thank you so much to the folks over at Orion and Big for running this. A huge thank you to Plantisa for making this possible. Thank you to all the players who got involved. Congratulations to ABCD on making it to top 2. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And yes, because Foot won, I get to say thank you to Foot for just like caring about Brawl Stars. They've given me a jersey for 2 years in a row now, and both times they've just been so amazing about it. They are like the only org that does that. The only org that has given me a jersey. Oh, never mind. They're not. Okay. The only orgs that have given me a jersey. Are you ready for this? Humble, Foot. In the last couple of years have been Humble and Foot, and Prepara Supermassive also gave me a jersey last year. Yeah, those guys rock. It's all in a day's work. Thank you, BB-licious. Thank you for popping by. Thanks for all the TTS and the bits, man. That's why I keep it at 10 bits, so that like you could, in theory, buy like $1 worth of bits and then get 10 TTS out of it. No NA works? Correct. Yeah. This isn't a dunk on anyone. It's just like who's giving me jerseys. In the past, I've gotten some jerseys from NA orgs, but it usually comes down to the players. Like Chino actually gave me his SSG jersey last year, so that was pretty dope. Yeah, but Humble and Foot actually reached out to me personally. Those guys are great. Like, I'm so happy they're in Brawl Stars. Does he have a jersey? They gotta have a jersey. I'll find out later. Okay, man. Okay. I don't think people get that if they were not there for that stream. So, folks, as we kind of round things off for the day, let me remind you of everything that happened here. And we'll go through the bracket briefly. Just the last part of it. We saw ABCD go through Foot Academy, then Glore, then the Dogs, who they beat 3-1 to end up in the grand finals. Foot, saw them take down FA 2012, then Madrid, then Big 3-1 to ultimately beat ABCD 3-0 in the grand finals. And it was a pretty cool one. We saw several games won by ABCD. It looked very competitive. And a near clutch, actually, by Knob in the one game that Foot lost in set 3. So, very, very fun. Yeah. A bit of housekeeping, by the way, guys. So, you see how Ave is like talking about a mac and garlic schnitzel. You've never heard of that thing before? Well, you can get in on the inside jokes. You can be part of like some formative streams yourself. If you go ahead and subscribe or follow now, I'm going to be streaming Pi, the game where you go, you fight pigs. It's Pi, big app Pi on stream tomorrow. I beat the first half of the game yesterday, and the second half is going to be tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys there. The cool, fun things on this channel, you know, do a lot of times happen during matcherinos, but the real ones, the community things, happen on these other really random streams. So give Pusheen some love. He's so far away, though. He's so far away. Also called Bilal's extermination, bro. Okay, here we are. Here he is. There you go. There you go. He gets some love. When I first got paid by Brawl Stars, is a true story. The first time I was paid by Brawl Stars for my monthly finals in 2021, I went to a bookstore and I bought this thing. It was $90. It was a great use of $90. Make it open a box. Like that TikTok? Yeah. Okay, everyone. That is where this ends. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. $90 is crazy. It's a big squishmallow, bro. We're going to raid Sands today. And folks on YouTube, I don't think raiding is a thing, so if you'll just be so kind as to follow us all to Cute Sands' channel, because he is currently streaming some ranked, and he is very entertaining to watch, and I want to see him succeed. Yes? Yes. All right. I will see you guys there. Everyone get ready for this raid. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Pit 2. Yes? You agreed to come to that. You agreed to come that, so I'm going to see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you later. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Orion. Thank you, Big. Thank you, Plantisa. Thank you to all the players. Congratulations, Foot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. Love you all. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're going to Q Sans channel. Goodbye.